Do you have that? Do you have that weekly reader theme song ready to go?
You are out of your mind. Did you think that was actually happening?
That should look. Hey, can I submit possibly?
No, all right,
Open mind.
Okay,
Open
sure,
mind.
please.
It's weekly reader time. It's weekly reader time. Huh?
Can I make a submission? I want to make a submission.
I don't think I want to hear your
I want to make a submission for a new co-host. Is that okay?
Welcome back to Talking Story. My name is John Minton. That right there is my literary wingman, the one son, the scion to the Talking Story throne, my little shell of happiness, little Jakey Two Shelves, the best producer on BookTube, on bathroom walls all over the globe.
Jeez, man. 5 titles. My name is Jacob, and I'm happy to be here.
This is the Weekly Reader. We don't have a theme song.
No, and we never will.
So I just got to say, this is where we all get together. We kind of touch base with everybody. We see how stories have been hitting us this week. We go over what we've been reading, what we've been watching. It's just our way to kind of launch ourselves into the week the best way we can.
It is indeed. I think it's becoming some of my favorite videos that we do. Like, it feels like this is all that we do on the channel sometimes, and I kind of enjoy it.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like this. It's just kind of this is what we do.
This is just the thing that we do. But I like it. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. First, though, we do have announcements. We do have some announcements, some important announcements.
Some cool announcements this week.
So people can know, the larger reading group can know certain things, like on our Discord.
Yes.
You want to get your bingo cards for the bingo card challenge. You want to get that submitted on Discord. Post that in the Talking Story Bingo channel. If you have any problem, hit up a mod there. They're there to help you. Get that posted, because those completed cards, we're going to go into a drawing for the deluxe edition signed by Christopher Rocchio of Empire of Silence. So there's goodies, there's swag involved. So if you filled out that card, you absolutely want to go to our Discord and make sure you get it submitted. And if you're not on our Discord, there's challenges, there's read-alongs, there's just all kinds of fun stuff going on right down there. Click on it, find out all about it, and hang out with us there. So that's number one announcement. And number two, we're kind of going through what we called a glow up. We're doing a little bit of a glow up for the Patreon, adding some things, doing some fun new things. And one got announced this week, but it's really more about you and
it's a
our amazing writer partner.
Yeah.
So why don't you talk about that?
Sure. Yeah. So this, if you're on Patreon, you've probably already heard this, but this got announced this past week. Like he said, we're doing some changes with the Patreon. There are also more to come. But for now, the thing that we're announcing is a new perk for producers. If you're a producer on the Patreon, that's the top tier for those that don't know, you will get access to, starting January, weekly videos from me and my mom as well, that are just kind of writing updates on how work on book 2 and Strange Eons is going. And this could just be, almost writing vlogs. It could be updates. It could be introducing you to new characters. It could be all kinds of different things just based on how we're feeling that week. And it's going to trade back and forth, where I'll do in one week, my mom will do in the next week. It'll come back to me, and we'll trade off week by week. So just super fun. Really looking forward to that. Something we've thought about doing for a long time, and we're finally doing. So that benefit will go through the Patreon app only for producers. So make sure you have Patreon app installed, or if you want to go to the website, that's cool too. But it won't be on Discord, just so you know. And another announcement will be coming as far as Patreon glow ups go next week. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. More to come. We've been working hard.
Yeah, lots of things coming, actually.
Lots of things coming. So hey, the last thing, there's some programming news. This Tuesday.
Oh, yes. I can't wait for this.
Oh, okay. This is big, because the audiobook for Book 1, Strange Eons, Discovery, written by me, you, and our writing partner, Amy, your mom, my lovely wife, is going to hit Tuesday. Like, it's the launch.
Yeah.
The audiobook is here, ready to go. You can pre-order now, and to celebrate the launch, we're all three of us going on BellTube with the amazing Brian, and not just us, 5 out of the 7 narrators for Strange Eons Book 1 Discovery will be joining us to talk about what it was like to record this. It's just going to be a great time. We're going to be we're going to be drinking some celebratory beverages. I hope everyone joins us in the chat. Bring something fun to drink and celebrate with us. Meet the narrators and get excited for the audiobook. Are you going to have a beverage ready?
I will try. Every time I check my fridge for a beverage, I don't have one. So I'll plan ahead this time and try and have one.
Hey, you better plan ahead. I'm pretty sure.
Mostly just excited to see the voice actors, to be honest.
Oh, I cannot wait to meet these amazing people. I have to give a huge thank you. And I know you and Mom join me. To thanking Podium, the fine folks at Podium. Like, oh my gosh. Every step of the way was so smooth, so amazing, so over the top beyond what we could have ever hoped or dreamed for.
Oh, man. Like they just sent us
put this
marketing materials to like promote it, and like that was never explained to us that they would do that for us. They just sent it to us. Like it was never outlined in any contract or anything that was something that they had to do. They just did it, and it
looks super cool.
Oh, it looks
like
great.
Yeah. And they put this whole interview together with the 5 narrators. They did all this. They have just been every step of the way. They've been amazing to work with, and we just really have to tip our cap with everything they do. It's really, really astonishing. And join us for the big celebration Tuesday night, 9:00 Eastern on BellTube.
Yeah, thanks to Brian at BellTube as well for hosting us. He will be linked in the description. That is 9:00 Eastern. What is that Pacific time? 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you're
throw some art up. We got art for this event. Throw some
of that marketing material that Podium kindly sent us.
Yeah, and join us. I'm pretty sure you're going to see some tears. I'm pretty sure Mom might lose it.
Odds are pretty high. There was a day where we like first received the audiobook files from Podium. That's like, here it is. Yeah. Here's the book.
Yeah.
And
there were tears right then.
It was really cool. We were all kind of able to sit around the table and listen to it together. And some tears were shed just because it was such a moment to hear those people
just to hear these voices. Yeah, it was, I can't, we get to meet 5 of them at least face to face. I cannot wait. It's going to be unbelievable. Please join us. And the other little programming note, I have one more announcement here from our Minister of Information, which is your mom. Amy knows a lot. The Home Office of Information, which is downstairs in Mom's office. The Home Office, I have one more announcement, and that is this Saturday at 2:00 Eastern.
Okay.
We will be getting together. We fell a little bit behind, but we're getting back on track. We will be getting together to talk about Grand Conspiracy, our big group that has been going through Wars of Light and Shadow. Now, this will be hosted on Sylvia's channel, Library Unbounded. We'll link that right down there as well for Sylvia.
Yeah.
This will be 2:00 in the afternoon, Saturday Eastern. Please join us. We'll go spoiler-free as much as we can. Even if you haven't started Wars of Light and Shadow, join us so you can hear how you absolutely should be starting it. And I can't wait to see everybody again. Huge group. And can't wait to see everybody again and get back on track. You know, life got in the way a little bit. We're going to get back on track and back on schedule. And it all starts this Saturday at 2:00 Eastern.
Could not be more jealous. Got to be honest.
Should we announce everyone's going to be there? I'll go grab it. It's right over on my desk.
As much as I hate you grabbing a Trapper Keeper, yes. Feel free to do that.
No, it's over there. It's not even in my Trapper Keeper.
Oh, even better.
Joining us will be Abel Montero.
Of course.
I believe Christopher Navo, Brian Bell, Sylvia will be hosting, Tom Orange, and Zachary Shaye. So it'll be a nice, good-sized group to talk about Grand Conspiracy, Book 2 of the Alliance of Arc, the Alliance of Light Arc. Yeah. Book 2 in the Alliance of Light Arc of Wars of Light and Shadow. So join us. It'll be a blast. It's going to be a good time.
Super cool. Is that all the announcements? That's everything?
I think that's everything the Ministry of Information gave me.
I got to talk Disquiet Gods then. I can't hold it off any
longer.
We're
going to get into it. What I've been reading. You're going to go first. Hit me, man. Hit me. I know you have hit chapter 40.
So I read chapter 40. What the hell, dude? That was so much information. So much information. I should start over. I'm reading Disquiet Gods, by the way, by Christopher Rocchio.
Christopher Rocchio, yes.
This is book 7 in the Sun Eater series, the penultimate.
No, it's book 6.
Book 6, Jesus. It's book 6 in the Sun Eater series, penultimate book in the series. And I'm now 2/3 of the way through. I'm about 65% of the way through.
Wow, you're cooking, man.
I'm cooking. I'm getting through it. And here's how I'm feeling about this and why chapter 40 works so well for me. Because I told you the reason that I really loved Ashes of Man was because we get a lot of emotional depth out of not just other characters like we had in Kingdoms of Death, but now with Hadrian as well. This wishes for what his life could have been and all of that. And then, without giving away spoilers, that theme of what his life could have been gets brought up in a whole different context in chapter 40. And there's a choice to be made. And the choice that Hadrian makes is very, very interesting. And the whole lore behind it and the philosophy behind it and the themes that just kind of put a neat bow around the entirety of the story in this one chapter.
Yeah.
Is so cool. And then, weirdly enough, the most interesting part about chapter 40 is what happens directly after chapter 40 to me.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I know exactly. Yeah. I would agree with that.
Chapter 40 was a huge moment of what happened. It's a huge plot event. And then chapter 41 on to at least where I'm at right now is like the aftermath of problems that creates. And it causes all this emotional strain between Hadrian and the other side characters that at this point, because of that emotional strain, don't feel like side characters anymore. Like people like Lorien and people like Cassandra and people like Selene and all feel like they're being elevated to a bit more of a main cast role. And that's what I've wanted for so long. And it's working so well. I could not be more excited for where this book is going, how it's going to wrap up in book 7. I'm just having a good old time, man. It's so good.
I mean, look, I truly believe this is on target to be one of your fave series of all time.
I think it will. I really do.
And it's so exciting that you have spent this year finding that for yourself and sharing it with us, right? And so many times you've said through this series, like, oh, I love this part. It might not be everyone's favorite because the lore dropped and the world expanded. And dude, chapter 40, like it all...
Chapter 40 explodes with the biggest lore drop of the series. And yet it blew me away that the part I loved the most wasn't even the lore drop. It was
the interpersonal...
It was the interpersonal connections of what happens because of that lore drop. That was like, man, now we're cooking. This is good stuff, dude. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, man. That's thrilling. It's thrilling. It's thrilling to watch. And I'm so excited for you to get through the end of the series, maybe early in the new year or something. And
finishing up that series by end of year is not going to happen, I don't think.
No, but early in 2026, I think is realistic.
I think so.
With everything else that's going on.
I will say this past week and probably this coming week as well are busier than normal, just because, as you can see by the announcements, we're doing stuff with Patreon, and I've got a little extra workload on some other things I'm doing for some other people as well. And, time is a factor. But once I move on from this past week, I should be back on track to moving at my light speed that I was enjoying the week before, and we should be okay.
I think even if you finish it early 2026, that wipes the decks clean and lets you start that year for the mood reads that you were looking forward to, that kind of thing. So I think you're still in great shape. Yeah.
So as far as what I'm reading next is, I'll be wrapping up Disquiet Gods throughout the month, hopefully, and not hopefully, I'll make it. I will probably pick up this month, maybe towards the tail end, maybe next week, I don't know. The Fall by Ryan Cahill, because we're going to be talking to him in January, which I could not be more stoked about. I haven't read any Ryan Cahill, so I got to get up to speed.
I can't wait for you to read The Fall. It is all adrenaline, pulse-pounding, fueled, fantastical action.
I'm ready.
From page 1 to the, it's
I want it. I'm ready.
Strap in. That's all I'll tell you.
Yeah. So I'll be picking up The Fall, and then, of course, Shadows Upon Time after Disquiet Gods is done.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Yeah. That's the full plan. How about yourself? What did you read this week?
Well, this week I wrapped up and finished The Last Coyote by Michael Connelly. Now, this is a Quilluminati read. The Quilluminati is kind of like a book club. Brian from BellTube, it's his brainchild. Mike from Mike's Book Reviews, and the good doctor himself, Dr. Philip Chase from The Best of Fantasy. We get together once a quarter. We take turns picking a read, and whoever picks it kind of hosts it. So we'll be on Brian's channel talking about this fine selection coming up here, I believe, next week. And I really like this. Like, I was a big fan. This is actually the Bosch from the Bosch series. Harry Bosch is book 4.
A series that you've watched and really loved.
I have watched all of Bosch on Prime. I've watched Bosch Legacy on Prime. I was kind of really dug the series, and this was better.
Like by a lot?
I love me some Titus Welliver, and I was a fan of the show. I really enjoyed that show, but yes, it's better, and it's better because Michael Connelly is a very impressive craftsman. I don't want to get too much into it because we're going to talk about it all on Brian's channel, the Quilluminati, with the Quilluminati. I don't want to get too much into it, but I will just say it was a great read. It was a fun read. It was an amazing whodunit. It was a very interesting delve into our main character, Harry Bosch's dark soul, this moment in time that he is in, that the city he lives in, LA, is in the 90s. Very, very tumultuous time. I was there during it, and it just dovetails so well into spinning him so far out of control that he has to go so deep inward to find these clues and figure out the whodunit that is deeply, deeply personal to him, that every step he makes in the investigation not only changes the murder book he's putting together and the clues he's putting together, but changes his very inner self and his soul and makes him come to terms with his life from a small child all the way to present. So it's so well crafted and put together to where all of these things are in play at the same time. Your whodunit is going, your character exposition as he just peels away everything and lets you peek into where his soul is at this time in this very, very dark place. And everything just builds off of each other so well because Michael Connelly is such an amazing craftsman. And on top of that, it just flies. I mean, just the way it's written and this journey you go on with Harry, it's just so, you cannot stop reading. It's like you open up that bag of Lay's potato chips and you know you should stop, but you just can't stop. That's exactly how this book reads. So I can't wait to talk to everybody in the Quilluminati about it. It was so much fun. Another great choice by Brian at BellTube.
Wow, man. Okay, so that was Brian's pick.
Yes.
Okay. Well done, Brian. Jeez. And
Very
also
well
hosted
done
by Brian this next time. So we're just going to send everybody over to Brian this week.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not there, you should be there anyway.
Oh, of course. He's magnificent.
After that, you know, when you peel back the layers and you look into somebody's deep, dank, dark soul.
Uh-huh.
What do you need? What do you need?
One Piece?
You need some One Piece.
I knew it.
So I had finished the first chapter here in volume 24 so I could wrap up Baroque Works because it has one chapter into this book before you hit the end. One little chapter. And I had already read that because I wanted to wrap it up. But it's like, you know what? I already started it. I should probably go ahead and finish it and get a little bit deeper into Skypiea. And here's the thing.
Okay.
I said it was going to be a tall order to make me kind of really like this new crew member. And I got so many comments about,
oh my God, man, already?
Oh, right. She's going to be a fave. She just give you, it's like, I already, I'm not saying already. I'm not saying she's my fave. Chopper forever. But look, I mean, she brings a great new, you wouldn't think it, but for this series, for this family, for this crew, yeah, you need that archaeologist. You need that person that understands the deep, ever increasing lore of this crazy grand line that they're sailing through. And it starts to bring something that you didn't even know you were missing. It starts to bring some of, these myths and these legends and this history. And it's like, oh, wow, no, she was a missing piece. And the beginning of Skypiea, she's like really bringing some cool stuff with that angle and that aspect. And I was like, oh, yeah, I want her to stick around. I'm not saying she's a fave, but yes, already. God, I hate, I was going to be a curmudgeon. It didn't take long. My shell was cracked pretty quick.
Oda, man, he's good at making you feel for people.
I'm not saying I feel for her yet. I'm saying she has a place on the crew. Okay. She belongs. I like what she brings. I'm not saying I feel for her yet. But there was one little reveal. Like the very next chapter, there was one little reveal that makes me go, oh, okay. But he's too good, man. He's too good. Oda is amazing.
Yeah. But after one volume to be like, I don't know about this person, to go, all right, you got a place. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty amazing. And then I started the biggie, dude.
What's the biggie?
I started the biggie.
Oh God. Show me that bookmark. How far are you? By the way, this is Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry for those listening.
Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. I had a volume of One Piece between. Yeah. And this is also a read along going on Discord now. We're all sharing thoughts on this as we go through this. And
it's actually not a Patreon exclusive. Anybody can join.
It's not a Patreon exclusive. Anyone can join the read along on Discord, but then it's also our Patreon book club pick. So that will be the 27th of this month. We'll have the Patreon call where we all get to talk face to face about this amazing book. Yeah. So I'm about 300 pages in.
Oh my God, you're a ways in. Have you cried yet? How are you doing?
Here's the thing. It's very difficult for me to talk about this.
Sure. Okay?
I could talk about, just like I did Michael Connelly, I could talk about what a master, obviously you win the Pulitzer Prize for literature, what a master Larry McMurtry is.
Right.
I could talk about the environment lends itself to who these people are. The pace lends itself to who these people are. And the story they're in the middle of, and it's like how it's all wonderfully built, one piece after another, and what you learn about. But I could do all that. I could talk about that. But I think I want to say something different. And I was reading it very early on, like in the very beginning, and I was recognizing things, and they were familiar. Really familiar, like lines, and I knew a line was coming. And I would hear Robert Duvall's voice say it, or I would hear Tommy Lee Jones's voice say it. And I was like, I don't think I've watched this miniseries when it came out way back in the day. I don't think. And then I read a little bit further, and I remember when that miniseries first came out, and I was with my dad.
Oh man!
And my dad wanted me to watch it with him.
Yeah.
And I can't remember how young I was. I was young. I was a teenager. I know that. And he was so excited. This book was very important to him. And he sat me down. We that night it came on, and he was very excited. We sat down, and the first episode, it felt like a movie length first episode. And we watched it together. And my interests weren't cowboys.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of anger in me. And I had a lot of, I wasn't open to it. And I never watched anything other than that first episode with him. Mm-hmm. And reading this now, remembering that, oh yeah, I did. I'd watched the first episode. And remembering that, understanding now what he was trying to do by sharing that story with me. He was trying to share with me and show me what mattered to him and a little bit of who he was, because he's so close to Augustus McCall and Augustus McCrae. And what his dreams are and what his hopes are and where he came from and the kind of world that he embodied going forward from his beginnings. And he wasn't someone that could just say all those things to me. And he wanted his son to sit with him and watch this with him and share that story with him and use this piece of art and this story to maybe show me some things. And it's a dirty trick of life when you're that age and life is a silent mechanism. And it's not until you've gone around the sun quite a few times that you start to hear that click and that tick that lets you know the window you have is finite. And I would do anything to go back and share this story. And that was just really what I remembered, is why those voices were in my head as he tried to share those with me. And, just saying that now, living that story now, and it's like, it's a very special book that you can, when you're going through the pages of this book, I'm going through my own pages of my own past, and I'm learning some things and looking at myself and reevaluating some things and sharing that story now. I think about, I look at around me and I look at the two shelves behind you and I think about, what, you have built all this to share stories with me, and you're a far better son than I was at that time.
No, well, I'm
very proud of you.
I'm very proud to have you as my dad, but to say that I am better than you were as a kid is a bit of a falsehood, because I am not a teenager. When I was a teenager, I did have a lot of anger in me, and you did try and get me to read many times, and I did not.
That is true. I think I did try and get you to read many times, and you said no. But
and to say that I built all of this is a falsehood as well, because if you look behind you, there are shelves behind you where there and starting.
And you built those too.
I did build those shelves, but you put the books on them.
No further questions. You can step down. You know what I'm saying.
Next year to do this father-son read-along between the two of us quarterly is pretty cool.
It's going to be, I think it's going to be magic. And that's just the kind of experiences I'm having with it. It's showing me, this book has so much in it. It's so much about where we came from and where we're going and how magical life can be and how fragile life can be and how full of mysteries life can be. And if you slow down enough to understand those mysteries and understand how quickly they could be taken away from you, even the pain that a mystery can bring can be magical. And it's not about cowboys. That's my father was way ahead of me when he was trying to get me to sit down and live this story with him and watch this story with him. It's not about cowboys. It's not about Gus and Call and the boys they put together to drive these cattle to Montana. It's not about that. It's about everything else. It's about life. And I wish I would have shared that with my dad.
Wow, man. You're making me want to pick that book up immediately.
Oh, you should totally. It's behind you, and
I know.
You should. You know what? If you ever, sometime in your mood reading of 2026, if you're like, you know what? I want to spend the whole month with like a masterpiece, I would say this would be one to pick up.
It is in the plans, because I think it would also be one that like you and I could talk about for a long, long, long time. And I think it would be a special conversation.
Yeah, I'm not going to forget this one. It's this one will absolutely live with me. And I can't wait to talk to the book club about it. It's going to be there's a reason why I've waited. There's a reason why it's ending the year, and it's all of that.
And you're not even halfway through, man.
I'm not even halfway through. I could maybe be near halfway by tomorrow or the next day or so, but this is all-timer.
Yeah, and you knew it would be.
Yeah, this is one of those things where you see an amazing production of Shakespeare and you walk away energized and enthused because it might give you just a glimmer of what happens inside us as we go through these lives, the pain and the triumph. And this is that. This
Yeah.
is that. And it's, I wish I had a time machine. I'd go back and tell a very young me that it's you know what, it's not about cowboys. It's about something entirely different. And you should open your ears and listen.
Instead, maybe you can share it with me next year.
That would be awesome.
Let's take a break and thank some people so we can go get some Kleenex off camera.
Let's do it. Oh, we should have done that before now. These are, we've talked about them already so many times. These are our correspondents, directors, producers that make everything possible here. Thank you guys so much for everything.
Thanks, everybody.
Just a quick break in the action to thank all of our correspondents, directors, and producers on Patreon. These people keep the lights on. They make decisions for us because we don't know what we're doing. We're not great at making the decisions around here. The decisions all the way from what I'm going to read next, what the book club of the month Patreon pick is going to be, but all the way up to video ideas and what we're going to do here on the channel coming up for you. If you're interested or you want to find out how you can be a part of this, right down there in the description box, click the Patreon link. It's got all the answers for you. And once again, thank you to all of these fine people that are helping us build the channel, our correspondents, directors, and producers. What have you been watching?
Oh, man. Are you ready for a massive tone shift in this episode?
Yes, I am.
All right. Amanda and I have started watching a series of movies together through no reason than just we wanted to rank them. We've been watching all of the Disney princess movies this week.
You know what? That's awesome.
I've
what
really
a cool
enjoyed
thing.
it so far. We were actually about halfway through The Little Mermaid when I took a break to record this episode. So,
And I have to say this. This is so completely on Amanda brand. Like this
yes.
This is
Yes.
through and through Amanda. Yeah.
And if you, something that's even more Amanda brand is that part of the reason that we wanted to watch through and rank them is like, it'd be really interesting to see like the progression of animation skills and how stories are told. Because like the first one is from 1937, like it's from way, way back. And animation and how storytelling changes just in the audience thinking that film was kind of a gimmick back then shifts a lot as the years go on.
Yeah. First one would be what, Snow White?
Yes, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which, to be honest, kind of snooze fest, but different time.
Very different time.
Very different time. But part of the reason we wanted to...
fest.
It was a little bit. It just goes on too long. Part of the reason we wanted to go back and watch them is because Amanda was like, I mean, these were my childhood and I don't remember any of them, you know? And of course I throw them on and she starts singing every song and remembers every line. It's like, that's the most Amanda thing.
It is the most Amanda thing. I absolutely 100%.
Yeah, but I've actually been really enjoying that. So far, if anyone's interested, the tier list is Cinderella is at the top.
Ooh, I would not have guessed that.
Cinderella was great.
Okay.
And the
all
art
right.
style was beautiful. And right under that is actually Sleeping Beauty because his art style was so beautiful. Although, actually, no, I reverse it. Sleeping Beauty's at the top for me because it had a little more sword and sorcery, which I really appreciated.
Yeah.
Right below that is
the
Cinderella.
dragon, for sure.
Yeah, the dragon. Oh, man, that was so cool. And then Cinderella, then probably Little Mermaid, and then Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is going to be all the way at the bottom for me.
You got a while. You got a ways to go. There's a lot of princesses.
There are a lot. But now, something that you and I both have to talk about. Season 1 of The Chair Company is complete.
It is complete, and we have both completed it. We both wrapped it up.
You're caught up, right?
I believe I watched the finale.
All right. And how do you feel?
I believe I texted you at the minute I finished.
WTF?
WTF. Yes.
That's the only rational reaction to that episode.
You said you and Amanda both jumped off the couch and went, what? What?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to...
Pitch the show real quick for those that are not sure about or haven't heard us talk about The Chair Company. There's an HBO show from a kind of like absurdist humor comedian, Tim Robinson, who also did I Think You Should Leave on Netflix. You might have heard of that. This show is a little bit more mainstream, but still it's a very niche type of humor, very absurdist, may not work for everybody. Sometimes goes a little bit too far. But
definitely at times for me, I will say trigger warnings at times, they go too far.
For sure. Yeah. But it hits more than it misses for us, at least.
That is true too. That is true too.
But the show itself is about a man who works at a company and is trying to build a mall, and he's on stage, got this big moment. It's supposed to be announced that he's going to be, this is his day. And he sits down in his chair and it just falls apart and it ruins his moment. And he just falls down this crazy rabbit hole trying to figure out why this chair fell apart. And it just gets weird, dude. Like he looks up the website of the company and it's just fake people, and he calls the number and it reroutes to some other shell company that's not real, that has some abandoned warehouse for a facility, and he can't actually talk to anybody, and it just gets strange and strange and strange and strange on top of all that other weird stuff. And the finale was the strangest so far.
It gets stranger. Yeah. Okay, let me see if you feel the same way I do.
Okay.
Because the whole time I'm watching the finale, it's like, here's a group of guys, and I think Tim Robbins leads the guys, right, in the writer's room, probably.
I would assume, yeah.
And here's a group of guys, here's a production group that found out they got a season 2.
Yeah.
And found out they had a little bit of lightning in a bottle, season 1. People are watching, they get a season 2, and it's like, okay, we got to throw a bunch of stuff at the wall here in the last episode to see what sticks, to give us some places to go for season 2. That's what I entirely felt like. I felt like these guys are like on stage vamping and improving to see what hits so they can make up a season 2.
And you know what?
I do not think they have a plan.
I don't think they have a plan, but I kind of appreciate the effort. Like
it's either going to work or go down in flames. I will be there to watch.
I will be there to watch. I don't think they have a plan, but if their goal is to just like, we've got this wacky idea and we're just going to figure it out as we go in the name of improv, like,
yeah,
I'm kind of here for it.
At the end, no, I'm not saying the script of the last episode was improv, but it's almost like they took everything they had built up through season 1. And it's like, let's just blow all this up.
Yeah, exactly.
And look at all the scattered pieces laying around from this fireworks display that we do. Yeah. And then we'll start picking up things and try and figure out what we're going to do.
Like plot-wise, everything from season 1 did kind of connect at the end in ways that were like some insanely small things of like, that mattered? Are you serious? And surprisingly it did. But there were also like a reveal of one person that's behind an amount of things. It's like, you could have given me $1 million and the full cast list. I would have never said that would happen.
And I don't even know if it happened. I just think it's a lot of stuff they threw at a wall, and they're going to see what sticks when they get back in the writer's room. It just had such a feel for me of that. And it's like, wow, these guys are either they're going to be the fastest thinkers and they're going to make something amazing, or this always should have been a one and done story and they're going to overstay their welcome.
You and I were talking about that, and Amanda and I were talking about that. She felt the same way. That, like, as soon as it got announced that there was going to be a season 2, all three of us were like, I don't know if there should.
Yeah.
But what else did you watch?
I watched Landman this week.
Okay.
Enjoyed it. I watched... Now these two I want to put together and kind of juxtapose, because I watched Pluribus. I'm caught up with Pluribus now. Mm-hmm. And I went back... and I'm not caught up, but I watched another episode of Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry.
Oh, yeah?
And Pluribus had this amazing cliffhanger ending of the episode before. And it's like, I couldn't wait for the next episode. It's like, I think we're going to get somewhere. I can't wait for this next episode to drop. I think this thing's about to take off. And it didn't. They went from a great cliffhanger episode to like, the pacing feels weird. It becomes gimmicky. It just doesn't play right for me. I'm just like, I'm just not feeling it. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a quality show, and I will watch it through the end to see what Vince Gilligan does, because I think the man's incredibly talented.
Oh, he's a genius.
But it's just not working for me the way I think he wants it to work on people. And I watched one more episode of Welcome to Derry, and he's like, okay, that was super fun. Maybe this is going somewhere. And I was not sure about it. But I thought, okay, now that's kind of cool how they're kind of going and starting to put a whole bunch of history together from, that's kind of neat. Now I'm kind of wanting to to get caught up and binge it.
I did hear there was a reference to another book series. I'll just leave it there. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, so much of his stuff connects.
Right. It's all in the same universe.
Yeah. Well, not all, but a good chunk of it.
Okay,
And
yeah.
so I really enjoyed it. I really think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to get back to that. Whereas I thought that was going to be my feelings for Pluribus. And I had held off on it, Welcome to Derry, for a while because I didn't know it was going to be that way. But by episode 3, I feel like now the tables have turned. So we will see going forward.
Well, I've stopped watching Pluribus for that exact reason. It was just like, if I'm going to watch a show with my schedule, it better be a really fantastic show. And Pluribus just wasn't hitting me the way I think Vince Gilligan probably wants it to, like you said. So maybe I'll just start watching it Welcome to Derry instead. Maybe.
I think you would have some fun with it for sure. You've watched the movies, so you're primed to go in.
Yeah.
I think if that's all you need. You don't need to read his whole catalog or anything.
And
the other little Easter eggs and how things tie in, I can let you know as you go if you have questions.
Cool. I'll do that.
Okay. And then, of course, my Spurs. Been keeping up with my Spurs, and I think we're very, very close to getting some pieces back. I think Stefan Castle and Wimby are very close to coming back.
Really?
So
his ankles healed up?
He had a calf strain, and I think he's back at practice. So I think maybe this coming week we may see the whole team back again. I can't wait for that.
That'd be cool. Dang, man. All right. What a week.
Great week. I'm
trying to think of a segue. I don't have one. Thanks for coming.
Did you have a great week?
I had a fantastic week.
Well, how about everyone else joining us? Did you guys have a fantastic week? Did you have that read? Did you have that show that made you look inward and not just outward at the piece of art, that made you reconsider some things from your own past, that made you reconsider how you looked at your own life and your own experiences as you looked back? Because, the power of art and story to do that is just unparalleled when that happens. Hit us up in comments and let us know. We're going to answer every comment as they come in, because that's the whole reason we started this channel, was to talk to folks that love books and love stories the way we love books and stories. So we're going to answer them as quickly as we possibly can. Hey, if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. I know you might not even think about it, but that helps us get out a little bit further. It helps us meet new people, and every new person that we bring along, every new person that joins us here, that's a whole new beating heart. That's a whole new individual soul that has that past, just like I was talking about, that sees these things completely different because they have a life's journey that is just their own. And they can bring that interpretation and share it with us. And that's going to make us all richer and wiser. And that's what we're all about here. And if you haven't hit that subscription button, hanging out with this group on Discord, here, other socials that are right down there for you if you want to explore them. It has been the most amazing journey for us. It's like we hit the lottery. We say it all the time. Hanging out with these fine folks and getting able to talk about story and art and what it does to us and how it changes us and moves us and makes us reevaluate our own past and our own selves. There's just nothing more magical. You hit that subscription button, you become a part of that, you will feel a tingle right down to your toes. There's just no doubt about it. It's actually scientifically proven. That literary wingman right there has seen the paperwork that proves it.
I have been threatened legally and physically, actually.
No one ever threatened you physically.
I think someone threatened me physically. I'm pretty sure they did.
Say no one ever threatened you physically, or I'll be forced to mallywop you again.
How about this? No one ever threatened me physically.
Oh, if you're still here, you're book people, and in our book, that makes you the best people. Thanks so much for joining us here on Talking Story.